Hi there, welcome to How to D&D. My name's Frederick Weller and today I'm going to talk to you about Tales from the Yawning Portal. It's been announced on Forbes and I will put a link in the description of the article, but let's talk about the new 5e book that has been announced. Tales from the Yawning Portal is a collection of probably some of the most famous Dungeons & Dragons dungeons from every version of the game. These dungeons are small adventures that you can pretty much drop in anywhere you like or run as a campaign, and they will cover from levels 1 to 15. The link for all of these dungeons or adventures is a tavern called the Yawning Portal, which is located in Waters Deep. Mike Mills has stated that the artwork for the old adventures will be updated for this new release. Game stores that are supported by Wizards of the Coast will have this book available on the 24th of March 2017 this year, and everybody else will have to wait till the 4th of April. The backdrop for this particular adventure is the Forgotten Realms again, but let's hope that there's something in the book that states a way of linking it into your own campaign or using a different world if you want to. I'm aware that a lot of the adventures that are being reproduced and updated are from Greyhawk, so I know a few people will probably be a little bit annoyed about that particular fact. Durin the Barkeep will be your major source of rumours for these adventures, so make sure that you spend your time chatting to him as much as possible. This book will have new magic items and deadly monsters, but there's nothing about new player options mentioned. The purchase price for this book will be $50 American, which is pretty much what we've seen in the past. The book is 248 pages. For anybody who doesn't know too much about the Yawning Portal, the Yawning Portal is basically a tavern or entrance to the under-mountain location beneath Waters Deep. There are a total of 7 short adventures within this book. The first adventure being the Sunless Citadel, followed by the Forge of Fury, the Hidden Shrine of Timochin, which I'm not sure if I'll pronounce that correctly, but let's keep moving on. There's also the Dead and Thay, and White Plume Mountain, Against the Giants, and Tomb of Horrors, which is the old classic, which has pretty much been redone in every version of this particular game. It was done 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and now 5th. Now if you have a look at the different levels from the original adventures, the Sunless Citadel was a level 1 adventure, which were covered pretty much from levels 1 to 3. The Forge of Fury, that was a level 3 adventure, and the Hidden Shrine of Timochin, that was a level, I think it was 5 to 7 adventure. Then you have the Dead and Thay, which is covering like levels 6 to 8. White Plume Mountain was levels 5 to 10. Against the Giants was 8 to 12. And then the Tomb of Horrors was set between levels 10 to 14. Now we don't know exactly how they're going to arrange it for the new version. It might be the same sort of layout or it might be different. I'm sure that people who've never played these particular adventures will be more than happy with a remake of these adventures because they are classics. If you've already played these particular adventures in the past and you come across a remake of them, even if it is 5th edition, I would have to say that most people, I would imagine, are not going to be terribly happy by this. I'm sure there'll be a few people who are. For those of you who have been playing the original adventures and simply converting them to the 5e rules, really an updated book might create less work for you, but since it is so easy to actually modify any kind of adventure from past editions, it's a little bit sour, I would have to say. Personally, I don't really like the idea of this adventure. It is a remake. It is something that really I feel could have been a lot better. I would have much preferred to have seen a whole lot of short adventures that are linked together that are original dungeons that they have made rather than a remake of something we have seen before. That being said, I have no doubt that this particular adventure book will be more than successful. Wizards of the Coast has been very, very careful and very smart about how they market their books, and they are doing quite nicely from their sale of books. So I have no doubt that people will buy this and be more than happy with it, and there'll be more than a few people too who don't buy the book and simply continue playing their own adventures. Tales from the Yawning Portal, to me, seems like something that the creators have decided they really wanted to do, where they haven't had the opportunity to remake or create a particular dungeon that they liked or had a particular fascination with in the past. And this is their opportunity to update that. So I suspect that Mike Mills, Chris Perkins and Jeremy Crawford and the whole team have sort of sat down and said, look, what if we wanted to actually remake some of our most favourite dungeons? And this is probably what's going on here. I also think this is probably an attempt to actually make sure that they keep the money flowing, keep the lights on at Wizards of the Coast so that Hasbro doesn't sort of toss them to the side. It's very easy in a climate like this to actually start chopping away at staffing, and this is probably going to guarantee them a pretty good sale. That's everything I have to say on Tales from the Yawning Portal. I hope you found this helpful. Please share, like and subscribe if you haven't already, and make a comment below. Tell me, what do you think of this new announcement? Are you happy? Are you sad? Are you annoyed? What's the deal? Until next time, keep rolling those 20s.